Hi there, it's Mike Strong, M&L Motors, Automotive Lock and Key Services in West Sussex. Just want to make a quick video today. I just want to talk about these keys here. These, I'm sure you've all seen them. This key here is from a Ford Transit Custom. These keys are only used on the Ford Transit and the Ford Transit Custom. The problem with these keys is they're prone to failure. The remote control packs up on them and the key stops working. It may still start the van, but the main problem is the remote control packs up, and then people try, or they believe that the battery is the problem. They then try to open the key as you would a normal Ford key, and then they realise that the key won't come apart, so they use a little bit of force on it. And then what happens is you actually end up breaking the key. So just a couple of little facts about this key, why it doesn't come apart, what the problem with it is, and how this can be resolved. So this key is only used on the Ford Transit and the Ford Transit Custom. It's a sealed key for anyone that has one. Just so you know, this key was never designed to be taken apart. It's what Ford refer to as their tough key. It's completely sealed and it's sonically welded shut. And the reason for that is Ford believe that this is the best type of key for those types of vehicles. The key's completely waterproof, the battery shouldn't need changing, and essentially the key should last the life of the vehicle. They're really designed for people that are working on the road, working in the rain. The key can get wet and drop it in a puddle, and because the key's completely sealed, the water won't get in there. Moisture, dust, it's moisture resistant, dust resistant, all that sort of stuff. So these keys, they actually have a battery inside them that's soldered onto the board of the key, and the way that the battery gets recharged is through the ignition coil. When you insert the key into the ignition, you turn it on, the coil around the ignition lock charges the circuitry in a normal key so that it powers the transponder, so it can read the information from the transponder. Well, in this key as well, the same RF coil wirelessly charges the rechargeable battery. It's exactly the same principle is used in charging your toothbrush in your bathroom. If you look at your toothbrush and you look at your charging station, there's no physical metal contacts there. It's just you plonk the brush on top of the little pole that sticks out on the charging station, and that's what charges your brush. It's exactly the same thing. RF technology, RF charging, wireless charging technology. So back to this key. This key belongs to a van, which is actually in stock with a dealer. So he wants this key repaired. Now, what we would normally do is we would just simply supply a brand new key, brand new Ford Transit key. Cut the key, code it into the vehicle, and these are genuine Ford keys that we have. That's one option that we do. We can supply a brand new key. As with a lot of dealers, keys are a bit of a pain, so they want everything done as cheaply as possible. So he doesn't want the expense of a brand new key. So what he's done is he's asked us if we can repair this. The dealer himself didn't know that this was a sealed key, and he's actually trying to split this key open to change the battery because the remote stopped working. What he's actually done is he's actually, you can see, he's actually broke it apart. The springs come out of the mechanism, the little pin, the little button's gone flying. The whole thing's just fallen apart. So the key ring's missing from here. Key ring's missing. So what he wants us to do is he wants us to repair this key. Well, what we can do is we can actually take this circuit board out and we can fit it into a new case. But the real problem with these, if I just show you, real problem with these keys, why they stop working, this is the rechargeable battery which I'm talking about. And if we drop this circuit board out, this is the rechargeable battery, and as you can see, it's soldered onto the board. This point here and this point here are the solder points that keep the battery onto the board. Well, the common problem with these batteries is, although the key's supposed to be shock resistant and all of that sort of good stuff, fortunately they aren't. And if we just show you what the problem with this is, the reason that this key stopped working is actually one of the terminals has broken off. There we go. That's the reason. If you can see on the back side of the board, the solder point is still there. The little nib is sticking through, but it's actually broken off. So the actual terminal of the battery has broken off and it isn't connected to anything. So that is why these, and pretty much this happens on all of these keys. So that's why these keys fail. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this battery. We are going to replace it with a new battery, which I've got here somewhere. This is a new battery that we're going to solder on. Keep these in stock. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a nice new case. It won't be a genuine Ford case. The dealer just wants just an aftermarket case. It looked very similar to that. In fact, we've got some parts of it here. The only difference with these cases is, rather than having the cargo area symbol, it's just got the standard trunk release. But this key case will function exactly the same. The dealer's not fussed about the symbols on the buttons too much. What he wants is a functioning key that he can sell with the van. So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove this battery, and then we'll get a new battery on there, and then we'll get a remote control tester, and we'll just test that the buttons are all working. So bear with me, we'll just pause the video quickly. I'll remove this battery and put the new one on there, and then we'll come back. Right, so we've just changed this battery over on this key. As you see, that's our new battery soldered in. Just cleaned that up. Nice new battery. And then this here is our remote tester. If we press the button, you can see that's emitting the signal. That's all working perfectly. So all we need to do now is just assemble this in our new case, and that's all ready to go back to the dealer. So we'll just drop that in there. Got our key ring to go in there. What we've done as well, we've cut the blade for the key, brand new blade. And we'll just assemble this These are always a little bit fiddly, these spring-loaded mechanisms. I'll get that ready there. That's all that back together, and then we've just got the back to go on it. We've got the little key ring that's dropped out, but we'll just fit that back on there. That key is pretty much good as new. These are aftermarket key cases. We can get genuine Ford key cases. They're not the Ford Transit key cases. It will just be exactly the same thing, but it will have the Ford logo on it. But the dealer just wanted a cheap as you like one. And then if we just show you the remote, that's all now fully repaired. So if you have got a Ford Transit key, which is looking pretty sad for itself, remote's packed up, you can get in touch with me, Mike Strong, M&L Motors Automotive Lock and Key Services. Best thing to do is you can get in touch with me via WhatsApp. Is the best way to get in contact with me. Send me a message on WhatsApp, and then I can get back to you. If you've got a Ford Transit and you need the key repaired. Thanks for watching.